Hey, how's it going? I'm gonna need to check where this is getting saved to. Let's turn this on. Here we go. So you wanted like a tutorial of like kind of how um, I do this. You wanted to watch, so I'm gonna do a little recording of of it so that maybe it'll help out. Um, all right, so currently I have the view set to the 3D cursor. Helps out sometimes. Alright, so files. I'm going to import an STL file. It's under my 3D shortcuts, 3D models, Harry Potter movie Naruto. Alright, and then I have this one, files. Oh, this is the kunai. I'm an idiot. I was looking at something else. Kakashi right here. Kakashi Naruto mask, Umbu Black Ops. Bring that in. Okay. And if I remember right, I think he said, or it was said without the eyeliner. So I'll get to that in a second. So I mentioned I was going to kind of engineer this. I'm not going to sculpt. I'm no good at sculpting. But first, I don't know who made this, but if you notice right here is the origin, and the mask is off to the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on it. That's all I did. And set origin, geometry to origin. I could do origin to 3D cursor. I could do origin to geometry. So really it depends on what you want. So this would move, in theory it would move it. Geometry to origin. What is going on here today? Oh, I'm not clicked on it. My bad. So geometry to origin, you see that it moves. If I was to do it the other way, origin to geometry, you see that the origin moved. And then I would have to come up here and move it to the same spot. All right, exactly where I want, in the middle of the world. Alright, so how am I going to approach this? Well, I brought the mask in because I want a good idea of size. We're going to start out, so while I was talking to him, he brought up a famous person, Hellboy. And so I'm assuming that this is more or less like what you want the horns to look like. Now, of course, it's gonna be full horns, but this gives me a good location of where it's at on the head. How they're each kind of above the eye. Notice how they come out kind of to the sides. They're not directly centered with the eye. Because that honestly wouldn't make sense. I would say the middle here is about the size of the nose. I don't really know proportions on a face. This looks like an older Hellboy. I'll probably do the newer one. So I'll make that in consideration when doing this. So if this is the nose, I probably would leave a rough space. So the first thing you gotta do, well, the first thing I'm gonna do is make a cylinder. I'm gonna hold shift down to judge the size of it. gonna make whatever cylinder I want. Main reason for that is over here we have the actual measurements, and I'm probably going to use that. I'm gonna make it come out of the side. Now instead of moving the cylinder or rotating the cylinder, I'm actually gonna rotate the mask because I'm gonna be working with the cylinder. I don't want to rotate that. So the horns are kind of coming out of the side of the head. So if I move this, you can see that this axis up here is changing. So let's pick a number 20 degrees. So that's saying that that is coming out at a 20-degree angle. And if I pull Hellboy back up, this is the front of his face. Let's say about 20 degrees is about right. Alright. Thinking. Click on the cylinder and make it a little bit shorter. Why am I lagging? Nothing's smooth anymore. I think I've been having issues with my computer. Had a software update. Having issues with my computer. Am I surprised? No. Why would I be? Everybody in this world just wants money. So, about not centered with the eye. But if I was to, oh, what size? Hold on. It's at 58 right now. Let's drop it down to 50. Much better. I think that's better. It's not taking up too much, and now I'll just duplicate this. We'll do this. Copy, paste the duplicate. Call this left, and we'll call this right. In reality, I'm probably just gonna delete the left or the right one. And that is because really I'm just gonna mirror this. Let's get this back centered. We're going to choose 35, 17, negative 35, 17, and we'll just do 37 for this. And now, all I gotta do is rotate it 20 degrees, negative 20 degrees. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this to the other side. And I'll be able to see kind of what things. You notice this is negative 35, so this is going to be 35. This is going to be 17. And then that last one was 37. And then this will be a positive 20. And you can kind of see that that's a pretty good spot. Probably keep track of these numbers. Let me go ahead and write them down. Ooh, grab my little sticky note. 35 x y equals 17. The z doesn't really matter. I'm going to write it down. I have my space. Something that this isn't going to show is how I've set everything up. I have my space in millimeters. There's a lot of small things that you have to do to kind of get your, like, I don't even remember how to do it anymore. I used to repeat it over and over again just to remember. I think it's in here, yeah. So unit scale is set to 0.001. The length is set to millimeters, and this is also that I can use millimeters to kind of judge what it's going to look like when it goes to print out. All right, so notice that these, if I was to select both of these, it's not going to work actually. So notice that the z-axis is going straight up and down. That's because we're on global. So this is going to be the world's movement. If I was to go to norms, notice that it changed it to its actual, like if I was rotated, its actual up and down. So now I can actually move this deeper into the head like that. And you get more of that Hellboyish look. Okay. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to hide that. I'm going to turn this to 0. Alright. So this is about the size I want to work with. Surprising enough, so there's an edit mode over here. There's also, I think there's another way to enter it. Everyone uses tab. I never tab. Tab in edit mode. I just go up here and select it. Alright, so what I'm going to do. So essentially a horn is a cylinder. I had a different idea for this, but I'm going to do it this way. I am going to, hold on, come out of, the size is 50. And this is diameter, by the way. A Z doesn't actually matter because I'm actually about to delete the Z. And it's no longer going to exist. Not here. So up here, notice how when I click this, it becomes transparent. That's what you can see. So this is solid. This is transparent. The other things up here are like different ways of looking at the mesh. This is like, one of these is rendered. I think it's this one. If I had like a skin on it or something, I could see it here. This one, I really don't know what this is. Maybe what is this? What is it called? Viewpoint shading. So this is like if I had shading, I guess. Oh wait, they all say viewpoints shading. Material. This is it as a solid. This is normally what I work in, or work in wireframe. Wireframe is really helpful. This one is if I had a shader on it, material. And this is it rendered apparently. And I'm assuming in the scene, but there is no scene, so there's nothing to render. Alright, so we're gonna kind of be working with wireframe, but we're working it on a solid. I'm going to select all of the, so up here there's the select tool. I'm going to select all the top ones. I'm just going to delete. Oh wait, hold up. X is to delete in this. Delete the vertex. Don't care about the vertex. The vertices. Let's see if I can do this. 0, 0. Alright, so now there we go. The origin and the platform is together. Now, I'm going to talk about something. Notice that this is white and this is red. Your normal blender isn't set up like that. I set it up through, I think it's through here. No. I think you do need to check some things through here. Oh yeah, scale set to 0.001. That's everything around you, the grid and stuff. Edge marks, faces, face orientation. This is very important. Very important when it comes to making something, because if I take this and I say I want to select this face right here, and I was to bring it up, notice that this whole fucking thing is red. This is bad. Apparently, there's norms, and you could kind of see it with this plus mark being upside down. There's norms in this that is what I was clicking on over here, or local. There's one called norms. And the issue is technically this is inside out. So if I was to flick my screen into the solid, yeah, there you go. You'll see, oh, I was trying to move around, get a better view. You'll see that everything actually looks fine inside here. But the outside is the problem. That means this object's inside out. That was because I grabbed the red face. But if I was to grab this face, notice that this plus sign is facing up now. And I was to pull that up. Oh, now look. It is a solid object. And it shows that. And if I was to pan to the inside like I just did a second ago. Oh, it's all red. Oh, I scrolled out. Or I zoomed out. So yeah. Hold up. Yeah, there you go. And this is important because like if you have once you get to like complex items and you're kind of forcing things together, and remember this way's up. This is the correct z-axis, and I'm looking at it. So I'll get into a second of how to fix what I'm looking at. When you start getting into complex things and you start smashing things together and trying to make something else out of it, you'll end up with kind of an incorrect pieces of it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to describe something that I know, but I don't know how to describe. You just have to see it, and you can, when personalizing your window screen, I was recommended to make the inside faces red because it fucks with a lot of shit. It matters. It truly matters. And normally they're not red. They're like the basic color. They look like that, and you can't even tell. So, face orientation is important. Now, what I was just looking at was a cone. Why was I looking at a cone? Okay. That is because, let's flip back into world view. Let's bring this down. So I want to know, a horn is pretty much a cone. That's what it is. It's a cone. So how much distance do we think this is? So if I was to do from here to here and maybe one little angle here, what is the distance from here to here? And from here to here. 92, let's say 150. 150. That kind of gives the horn coming all the way to the back. That was just the little measuring tool. I would put more angles into it, but it's not very good. It's not a very good measuring tool. So if I took the 7 off of here and I stuck it on here, we would have about 150. You know, you round it up. Round it down here, round it up here. You got exactly 150. Okay. Delete, 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 delete. Okay. Okay. Put that back in the center, make this go away. Okay. So click on this, click view. Oh wait, hold up. Go into edit mode. Click on or select everything, which you can press A for. I actually forgot that and I just instinctively did that. Selected. So when you select everything, you go to selected. No, you go to faces. So we want to flip the face around. So makes sense to go to faces and then you go down to, where's norms? No, it's unselected. No, it's in mesh because we're talking about the whole mesh. Norms, flip. There you go. Now it's facing the correct direction. Mesh, norms, flip. And that'll happen even if like I was to extrude this out. And it's all red and I select everything and I hit mesh and I click norms, I click flip. Now everything is correct and you can see that the inside's red. Okay, there you go. Alright, now if I extrude from here, I get a solid object. But, here's the thing. I'm gonna delete the face. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna delete only the face. I'm not gonna work with that. Alright. We are going to add I wonder if it'd be easier to do this with a cone. Because it already makes the lines for me. I'm just thinking about each individual line. It will have to be different. How many point vertexes did I put on this? That's not way too many. I'm thinking. Add a single point, put it in the middle, hit, what is it, F? No. E. There we go. And so this was what I was going to extrude out. So there is its location, X, 100. Oh, wait, bring that back. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Did I just delete my vertex too? Oh, yeah, everything's fucking deleted. Add single vertex. That should have added at the world center. Yeah, just lock the X. No, I need to lock the Z. Okay, there we go. Alright, that's what I was looking for, 150. Alright, now I got a line going straight up. This is what I was thinking about doing. And then I can take each one of these. I can connect it to here, just like that. Which is exactly what a cone is. The reason I did it this way was because I could kind of better judge. Exactly where each line's going. But I think I could do that exact same thing. Come over here. Get rid of this. Well, make it go away. Add a cone. We'll make 50, 50, 150. There we go. That is exactly what I just did, and I did it within like 4 seconds. Geometry to origin. 0, 0, 0. Kind of want to delete the faces. What does this look like with the mask? It's a unicorn. Why? Oh, why is that making me laugh right now? Alright, so this is interesting. So if I go to edit, I can play with this. So technically, we want, hold up, Control Z. Let's do exactly what I did earlier. Oh, my bad. Objects, move this over. Okay. So this mask is in the center of the thing. Last time I moved the circle over and then rotated the circle. Alright. Fun fact. Motion is relative. So, if I take these exact same numbers and I just go backwards with them, 35. Nope. Go back. 35. 17. No, this would be negative 17. Look at that. And then 20 degrees. I'll probably make minor adjustments. I'm a fucking wing it, bro. And we'll raise it up just some. It's kind of sticking out. To get that same Hellboyish look. I can always adjust these near the end. Alright, why is this important? Because I'm going to take this cone and go back into edit mode. I'm going to grab this point. I'm going to just put it. I'll put it where. Gotta love it. Oh. Perfect prime example of why this is important. And I'm assuming it's because I went below the base. Yes. Okay. Because I can do things in a computer program that you can't do in real life, essentially the wall that is over here has phased through the wall that is over here. So if you'll see it come out of there. like that. So, you know what's interesting about this? I don't know if I'm at 150 anymore. Okay. That's 150. First off, it looks more like a cone than it looks like a horn. And we'll address that in a little bit. Probably bring it out some more. So, I was thinking if I made a circle, add a circle. I'm gonna add a circle. This circle, oh, I don't normally add circles. I don't know if I'm doing it right. Oh, oh, oh. It did something. The hell is that way the fuck out there? Where's this point even at? Probably should delete that. John can't even add a circle. I did it in the the fucking. What are you doing? Stop. I think I know what it's doing. Nope, can't do it. There. Wireframe. Yes. Add circle. Essentially what I think it's doing, yeah, it's fucking way the fuck down there. Forgive me. We don't need that many. I need a probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double it, 64. Let's do 10 for now. Oh my god, there's a fucking another circle in there. So the issue with this, I've never been able to figure it out. This, where's my mouse at? It's like fucking disappearing. Is that just my eyes? I can't fucking see. Getting old. Getting old. So like if I put this at 150. And then I guess maybe that is 150. Rotate 90 degrees. Okay, yeah, that is actually 150. I don't know. Sometimes that doesn't work like that. Select this shit. Get this. What the fuck is this vertex? Gone. All right. So what we're looking at, and it was going to cause a problem. Fuck. So look at this vertex, or the origin, and how the base is below the origin. I can fix that. So this is apparently where the center of the area is. I can fix that, but I'm going to have to undo everything. Alright. Back to square one. Options. Okay, so the way you fix this, at least the way I know how to fix it. Edit. Yes, I just left here. I know. Leave me alone. Select a face. Select select to cursor. Cursor to selected. Actually, selected cursor. Oh my god, I just realized what it did. Cursor to selected. Alright. Origins. Select the cone. Select origin. And then you could click origin. Hold on. Origin to 3D cursor. So what I just did was I put the cursor on the face. When I did this, I said cursor to selected. Alright. It went to the center of that face, essentially, because it was the whole face, so it found the center of it, plopped into the middle of it. Click on this, set origin, origin 3D cursor. Now its origin is on that face and is the center of that face. And notice that the numbers up here have changed. And now we sit on the z-axis, or on the thing. Now I want to enter edit mode and turn on wireframe and go to vertices and then go to add a circle. Oh my god. Hey, it already did it for me. Rotate 90 degrees. Go on objects. Oh, wait. Go back and edit. Undo this. The objects. Still says it's 150. 50 by 50 at 150. So this is why I don't like this. Alright, so yeah. Add circle. It says 150. But when I rotate this, and I mentioned this a second ago, but I thought it was working. Notice that it's not. There's two different measurements. So if I was to actually select the center here, can I select the center of an origin? It's not. That's not the origin. I know what it's doing. It can't fool me. Well, I guess the easiest way to do this. Oh. Measure straight across. What do we got? We got 300. Why is it below? I think that's the problem. I need to move it up. Hold up, right here. Boom. 0, 0, 0. Boom. Okay. Wonder how many times that's been. We're gonna do. This is gonna bug me. Cursor to world origin. There we go. All right. That's. Fuck it. Object mode. I was gonna say that's my guideline, but now I gotta. Oh, that looks pretty cool. Yum, yum. So rotate around the z-axis 90 degrees. There we go. Add a little finesse and like go over the ear. Let's hook it back. Keep it. Oh, we'll do 100. Yeah, that's 10 degrees more. Okay, so it's gonna come kind of come over the ear. All right. Why was this all so important? Okay, so the circle might be part of the mesh currently, but it's actually not part of the cone, even though these 2 points lined up. The circle is separate. Now I can take this And I can put this still at 150. Almost anywhere. Oh, what am I doing? Duh. What I can do is I can select a point. One, you could do it this way where you get the actual digits, which is 17873. But I'm pretty sure I can just move this. Fuck it. 17873. Oh, would you look at that? Alright. Now what do you do? Now what do you do, John? Alright. Because there's one issue. They're all laying on top of each other. So I know I can select all of these from the circle. So these ones right here are all going to be those are the this walls, this halves. Up here, I don't know if you noticed what I was doing. This is vertex, this is lines, this is faces. And what I want to do is I'm going to subdivide this once. Subdivide essentially puts, as you can see, a line through all of these. So it pretty much made new vertexes right down the center. And pretty much it always subdivides halves. So we're going to go through, we're going to select all of these, and you'll see that you can see by these yellow lines lit up that I've only selected the ones that were back there. Notice these are all still black. But I did notice one issue. This, for some reason, didn't connect to that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I'm wondering why it didn't do it. Did it do it to this side too? It did. Yeah. I think this looks like shit. Let me think. So horns are kind of, let's reapproach this. Oh, that's gonna take forever. Ah, fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to undo all the way back to it, and didn't think so. I at least got rid of this subdivide. What is this at? I might just... Oh, yeah, see. This is the issue. Wait. Well, it is 150. Why is this origin Z 12, 13? Local, global. Oh my god. Oh my god. How long have I been doing that? Whatever. Alright, fixed. Let's try that again. Select all. Nope. Select all of this. Now, oh fuck. Think. Select all of these, subdivide these. We're gonna do it twice. Let's do it 3 times. About 4 sections. Okay. And now we're going to kind of work with these 4 sections. Should be very interesting. We're going to start with this one. I'd even questioned that before, but yeah, it should be a 150 on the y-axis. Because I'm going 90 degrees. That's where oh yeah, because it's off to the side. I think I'm so smart, but I get reminded I'm a fucking idiot all the time. $147.72, -26. Would you look at that? There she is. Alright, so there's my point. Select these. I'm going to rotate these. And then I am going to see how this works. This is going to be interesting. Definitely a different way of doing this. Norms, let's do local. I don't even know if it knows what to think about local. Let's do norms. Yeah, norms is almost fucking correct. Turn off wireframe, you'll be able to see that I'm phasing through here. That's fine. We'll figure it out as we go. Wonder, did I rotate on norms or did I rotate on global? I want to rotate on norms. And I'm kind of just freestyling this because, like, who knows what this is going to look like. Notice those norms changed. Yeah, notice the norms are constantly changing. Alright, so for this last part, let me move this into here. Alright, notice how that happened? This is where wireframe comes in. The actual face, the face is blocked me being able to select what I wanted to select. Okay. And then we'll go on to move this, like kind of like that. I think I moved the tip, just the tip. I think I moved this. Let's move it to here. -43.5. Let's do these one at a time. One one four, no, 14136. Negative, we'll just say that is negative 25. All right. Put this about right here. I could get like an upwards kind of angle to it. And then like this up here, but rotate it more. All right. We're going to call this, I kind of like that. I kind of like that structure. So this is pretty much just like a base structure of it. I'm going to round out the rest of it here in a second. Okay. We're going to call this, we'll actually copy, paste it. And then we'll make a new collage. I normally do this and I would call this backups. Because I'm about to really, I keep hitting I. Really fuck this thing up. Call this horn 1. Horn 1.1. I want this to be 0.1. Alright, and you just make horns disappear. Okay, so the Kitsuna mask I'm going to copy, and I'm going to paste it in, but I'm going to I'm going to move this into the backups, turn the backups off. You don't want to see the backups. Alright, so. Let's see here. Let's round out some of these edges. Horn 1. Turn this off. Actually turn it back on because I'm going to need it here in a second. Edit. Select these. And then we're going to bevel. See what happens. Ooh. Let's do edges, segments, only one segment. Let's turn it up to 5 segments. Look at that. Looks a lot nicer, doesn't it? This one, bevel again. We'll keep this one low. We'll do like maybe 3 segments. And then this one. And we'll make this one higher. So just gotta make it around that corner. Do that 5. And now it actually kind of looks like a horn. Does it not? Okay, so what I can do here, if I alt click this, it should click all of these. I delete these vertices, those go away. And then I have my first horn looking thing. Hmm. See, like, one of the reasons for these backups is like I can look at this, I can tell I probably need to adjust maybe less here, maybe move this out more, pull this up. And to do that, all I gotta do is go back to the backup. Alright, let's move the Kitsuna mask. Let's copy the same. Oh, put that at a 90. Put that at a 90. We'll copy the same things. I think this was 35. Nope, it was negative 35. Negative 35. This is 17. This is 37. Don't think that one really matters. 20 degrees. So, well, 10 degrees actually, 100. Oh, yep, that's right. And then 20 degrees here. Nope, it's now here. Now it's negative 2 apparently. Okay. And then we want norms. Bring it down and into the mask. Turn it on. Copy. Paste. And then objects, transform, mirror. Mirror X, yellow is Y, or Y, oh, yep, I know it's like that. Or, yeah, I knew that. I wanted to click on X anyways. Hold on. Okay, that's fine. And then we'll just slide this over. Watch this. So if I come in here and I just remove this. All I did was remove the negative sign. I'll deal with that in a bit. All right, let's send these out. Let's send this out. Where's my phone? Oh. I'm probably gonna make a few adjustments to this, but let's see if I need to make more than. How can I turn the grid off? Left the flash on. Whatever. I don't even tell him I've been recording. So, Santi, if you're watching this, you know this is happening in live past events. And you will send all three. Took 3 pictures. The front view, the corner view. Is this more of what you are looking for? Question mark. I'm probably going to tweak Twerk. Please don't spell check that to twerk. Oh my god, it fucking did. Oh, a little. Probably gonna tweak it a little. I also have a smart way to mount it. My phone sucks. Oh, he sent. I think that's crying faces, happy faces. I think he thinks it looks sick. Probably put a better bend in it. He says he loves the shape and angle. It's custom. I'm also recording how I made it. Let me think. Alright. Turn the grid back on. Let me think. Hi, you go away. You're gonna get deleted, actually. So the one issue with the fact that I've already beveled is this is pretty much useless. I will, however, reopen the. So you copy this one. You never get rid of the backup. You always paste in another one. So we're back to this. Go ahead and make the tweaks while he's still looking at the actual thing. You know what I need? I need this to go away, and I need this mask back in. Paste. This is the rotated one. Oop. This is the one that I was working with. And we'll actually name this rotated mask. Just call it rotated mask too. That way I don't get confused with, because I just unrotated it a second ago. Alright. Smooth out these edges. Essentially all I need to do for that is take this, go back into edit mode, wireframe. Okay, select, let's start with this one, the big one. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Not what I want to do at all. This one, this bevel, is actually kind of hard to do. So that's 2 segments. We're gonna do like 10 segments on that one. What if I moved it and then did 10 segments? get a better bend. So essentially all I'm doing is upping the resolution is really all this is, because you're able to tell. I kind of forget what I said I was going to do. I think I was pull this one up some more. Pull this one like up and out. Whoa. Now bevel. And we'll go to like 10 segments again. Why don't I like that? I think I don't like the rotation on this. It's too... I think that goes back to this. Needs to be rotated more. This needs to be pulled out some more. This needs to be beveled now. Do about there and 10. Okay, that looks better. And then probably the same issue here. Rotate this more to aim it. Oh, what it was that? Aim it more towards the back. And then this probably needs to be more towards the front. We're gonna bevel from about here to here. And then we'll do 10 again. So we kind of get a smooth transition. And then we'll see what 10 looks like. From there to there. Yes, I like that more. Vertexes, shut that off. Rotated mask, turn off. Turn the horn. Back to my negative 35, 17, 37. This is 20 degrees, negative 20 degrees. Or bring it down some. Copy, paste, and then do the same trick I did a second ago, just delete the negative sign, and then delete the negative sign. And then, hold on, it needs to be 80. That's, oh, because I forgot to mirror it. Okay, I was like, why did I have to double delete the negative sign? This, hold on. Like the eye doctor, better 1, better 2, better 1, better 2. Oh, this is 1. This is 2. It's definitely higher resolution. You can see the turning of the center here was good. The turning of that, you can definitely tell better. I wouldn't say it's perfect. It still kind of bugs me a little bit. It looks unique though. Maybe that's just me being an artist. Never like your own work, right? Snap a picture. Um, message. Send. I adjusted the bend. Oh my god, what just happened to fucking my whole thing shut off. My phone needs to chill out. It's adjusted, first off. I adjusted the bin rotation and added resolution to the bins. And while I wait for his message, I will go get a drink of water. I'm probably gonna try to do something around here. I might print these separate from the actual mask. I think I could print this whole mask on my printer. If done right. But the horns are gonna have to be printed separately. I might try to do like a Hellboyish thing. I'll ask that. I'll ask whether or not he wants like a Hellboy style. Looks good. They actually stick out pretty far. That's Z. Y? X? No, it should be in Z. Oh, we're on norms apparently. And the measuring stick is freaking the fuck out. From here on the Z-axis to here, it's 112 millimeters. Let me see, where's my tape measure? 112 millimeters, that is 11 centimeters. That's sticking off the face that far. I mean, I've done, is that? Hold up, that's not the face. Hold on. Because if you think about it, right here, Z to here, that's 88. We'll take about half of that. Half of 88. We got 44. 112 minus 44. Quick maths. 70 something. No, 60. 8, 68. Off the top of my head, 68. 68 centimeters. We'll average that. So we'll do 70 or 7 centimeters. 68 millimeters. We'll just round that up to 7 centimeters. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm worried about nothing. I'm worried about nothing. I think so I have a brilliant way that we can mount this thing. And it's so obvious it's funny. And I might actually start doing this with a lot of my this is like custom build. I don't know. I'm gonna save it right here. Horny mask. Oh my god. You didn't see that? Alright, I'll be right back. Part 2 after this.